So what you've just seen there is OpenAI's new Image 1.5. Yes, ChatGPT just came out with a latest version of their upgrade. And I tell you what, this upgrade is worth raving about. And that's how good it is. To the point that it's been compared to industry standards like Nano Banana Pro. And today, that's exactly what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a side-by-side comparison of how ChatGPT's Image 1.5 performs. I mean, the speed to which it generates images have been upgraded to more than 4 times. And there's other massive functionalities that it just doesn't feel like an upgrade. It feels like a whole different tool. I'm going to be showing you all you need to know in this video, especially the comparison between what I term as the best tool out there, which is the Nano Banana Pro. So let's jump right into it. All right, so when we come to ChatGPT, we go to chatgpt.com and we get this page right here. So now the images is accessible when we go to the left part here and we click on the images. So when you click on the images, you can see it says new. So that means there's a sort of a new update there. Clicking on it and you get this page right here. So here you could see it says try a style on an image. So there are different styles that you can choose from. You know, it's like some sort of templates. For example, this right here is giving some sort of a fish eye effect. So you can choose a photo and then it gives that sort of effect. This here is giving the doodle effect. So if you click it, for example, and you say choose a new photo, if we click that, this is one of my existing photos. So what it does is it comes up with the prompt to come up with the doodle effect. So that's my photo, and then it comes up with a prompt here. So you can see it came up with this photo here, the caricature. I'm not really sure about this anyway, but yeah, you get the picture. And if we click on this dramatic here, let's see what it comes up with. So again, I'm going to choose my photo. And then that's the prompt for the dramatic effect. And you can see it's creating that image. And it only happens for a few seconds, really. Okay, so that is what it came up with. So that's my picture, and that's the prompt, and that's what it came up with. I mean, this is not too bad. This looks, it still looks like me, I believe. But basically, what we're going to be doing now is to put it to the test. So we are going to compare it like for like with the same prompt with Nano Banana. So what I've done now is to go into Nano Banana, and the way I access Nano Banana is through a website called fall.ai, and fall.ai is just a collection of different tools. And rather than you accessing Nano Banana on its own and having your own subscription, you just put in credit when you search for Nano Banana on here. So it saves you having a different subscription. So I think it's really good. Check it out. Fall.ai has a collection of different tools. So we choose the image editing, upload an image right here, put in the same image. There we go. Okay, and we add exactly the same prompt right here, and we run. So there we have it. It's running right now, and it usually takes just a few seconds. I'm not really sure which one's faster. We'll see. Okay, so that's done. That took only about 40 seconds. My goodness, this looks very real. I mean, it still looks like me. If we compare it side by side to the one that it did. So what I did was I ran that previous one that we did. I did another one and it came up with this. So this is for ChatGPT and this is for Nano Banana. So you can actually see for yourself which one looks real. This one looks more like me. If we look at the picture, this is my picture and this is what it came up with. So this is for ChatGPT and this is for Nano Banana. You can see the details, brighter. I'm not really sure where this beard is coming from, the white beard. But in general, if you ask me, this looks more like me and more details according to the prompt. Let me know what you think in the comment. The only funny thing that I think is going on is the hair right there. I don't think I have this. My hair doesn't turn this way when it gets wet. But overall, I'll still give Nano Banana a good edge over this one. So the next test that I did, it's a little bit more complex prompt. So I did write this here: create a giant curved edge 3D anamorphic fashion style billboard mounted on the side of a modern building at a busy intersection, blah blah blah. He's playing with a toy car inside the billboard, but one of his hands extends out of the billboard. Hyperreal anamorphic effect. Next to him, well, here he says he's holding a full-size real car on the street below. Yeah, so the entire scene should blend high fashion visual sophistication with humorous anamorphic creativity. Right, so now let's see what happens when I run this on ChatGPT and Nano Banana. So now this is the result from ChatGPT and this is the result from Nano Banana. I mean, you can decide for yourself. First thing I'd like to say is that none of them look like me. Okay, let's get that out of the way. But looking at the details, reaching out to grab a car, they both did. Now for Nano Banana, the prompt says reach out of that billboard to grab a car. So it did that, but ChatGPT didn't do that. It still feels like the image, I'm still in the billboard. And this is what I asked it to do, to actually reach out of the billboard to grab a car. We can see the prompt right here. He's playing with the toy car inside. Okay, he's playing with the toy car inside the billboard. Okay, yeah, but one of his hands extends out of the billboard. Okay, in hyperreal anamorphic effect. So it didn't do that here, but it did that right here. But overall, you could still see that that's not a bad try at all. The people are there looking, and for me, these people look more realistic than these people. They just look like some sort of what's it called, model figures going on there. Or yeah, you can decide for yourself which you prefer. This is very sharp, and I must say, ChatGPT, they don't do 4K. It's not upscaling to 4K. I don't even think it upscales to 2K. And if we check what this is here, I think this is 1 or 2K, not 4K. So you can decide for yourself. It's done a pretty good job compared to Nano Banana, which is the industry, one of the best out there. So the next prompt that I did was this one: use the reference photo to create a man sitting at a restaurant table, a bottle of wine and a wine glass in his front. The wine glass is half full. The man is wearing a black tuxedo and a golden Rolex watch worn on the left wrist. The restaurant background looks and classy, or looks and classy and expensive. Okay, so that's a reference. You've seen the prompt there. Let's see what it came up with for ChatGPT. Okay, so now this is what it came up with. The Rolex on the left hand, the wine glass is half full, the wine bottle, an expensive restaurant in the background, and a tuxedo. Does this look like me? I don't think it looks exactly like me, but it's still getting a bit funky there. Let's do the same thing for Nano Banana. So again, here it is for Nano Banana. The Rolex, the glass, wine glass. Where is the bottle? There isn't any bottle. I did mention, if we look at the so create a table, a bottle of wine and a wine glass. So there isn't any bottle there. So that's a major hiccup from Nano Banana. But overall, this looks like me. I mean, if you look at the reference photo, they're quite similar. You can see that patch of gray hair there, and the eyes and everything else looks pretty similar than this one. So even though it's done a major mistake like leaving out the bottle, I'm not really sure why it did that. So, but overall, so that goes to show how good ChatGPT's image creation is. You can see like for like, this is, I mean, for me, this looks even sharper and this, well, they both look like a Rolex watch, but you can judge for yourself. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I mean, the face is not, it doesn't look like me. And this made a mistake of leaving out the bottle. So overall, I'm not really sure. Let me know what you think. So the next prompt that I've actually done is this one: a photorealistic brown cat at the edge of a pool, looking into the pool to see its reflection in the water. A woman standing at the background watching the cat. Okay, so this is ChatGPT's version. That's the cat, the brown cat, looking at the reflection with a woman in the background, standing in the background. This is Nano Banana. The cat is staring. Is this brown? Looks, well, okay, it could pass for brown. Looking at the reflection. Now, the woman is not standing. There's a specific instruction for the woman to stand in the background, so that didn't happen. And look at how beautiful this picture is here compared to this. I mean, both beautiful, but why is the woman not standing? See, again, you know, you can actually see what's going on there. ChatGPT is not doing too badly compared to Nano Banana. Good picture. For me, I'll choose this one, ChatGPT. So the next test that I did was to use the same picture, but I said, you know, in the prompt, add a mouse by the side of the cat. The cat turns its head and looks at the mouse, keep everything else and the camera angle the same. So the difference is going to be the mouse by the side of the cat, and the cat is turning its head looking at the mouse, and everything else remains the same. Right, so so that's the mouse. If you remember in the prompt, I said the cat turns its head looking at the mouse. That's not happening here, but it's happening here. The cat is turning its head looking at the mouse. So initially we had the cat just staring into the reflection, and then with the edit, now it's looking at it's doing exactly what it's been asked to do, but this is not doing it. The only thing ChatGPT did was to put the mouse there, but then the woman is still standing up, but then you know, the woman is sitting down. So again, let me know what you think. Good picture, sharp, brown. This looks grayish to me. I don't know. But then the cat is turning its head. Exactly what I asked you to do, except for the woman not standing up. Okay. Okay, so this is an interesting one because I'll let you see what happened. So a very muscular white male bodybuilder stands in a snowy New York street, looking into the camera, front view, topless, blue eyes, chiseled jawline. Let's have a look. Okay, so this is ChatGPT and this is Nano Banana. Now, there's a major flaw here. I mean, for the picture, it looks really, really nice, crisp. This shows it's New York, the taxi cars, but then the man's not topless. If you look at the prompt, I said topless. Okay, I'm not really sure why that's still there. So here, very muscular, snowy, and the taxi car is there as well. Chiseled jawline. In Nano Banana, I can't really see the chiseled jawline. I didn't ask it to put the beard there. So now you can see how consistent the ChatGPT could be. Sometimes it gets it wrong, but Nano Banana gets it wrong too. So you could actually see how not too far, and I think it's going to get better. But let me know what you think in the comment section, which one you prefer. That's ChatGPT and that's Nano Banana. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it valuable. Do me a favor, if you do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's a new channel. I've only got a few subscribers, but watch it grow. Be part of the family that grew this channel. It's going to be so valuable to you. With so many tutorials and information and entertainment, be part of the family. Hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.